Fighting out of the red corner, wearing silver with blue, 27 years old, standing 5'7" and officially weighing 147 pounds. Professional record, a perfect one. 32 bouts, 32 victories, including 26 knockouts, with 18 knockouts in 6 rounds or less. Presenting the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, de Caguas, Puerto Rico, Miguel
to keep the fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, Bruno Suarte. Touch him up.
Final instructions from Kenny Bayless. Settle in, folks. We got some serious business ahead. 12 rounds for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the world. We'll see if Margarito can follow up on his plan to start fast.
Margarito's got no choice. He's got to go out there and establish the respect for Miguel Cotto.
And we'll see Cotto probably move laterally on angles and try to make Margarito lunge at him. And if that happens, Margarito may try to land some punches on the shoulders, on the arms, even if they're not scoring blows. Try to disrupt Cotto a little bit. Don't let him get comfortable moving.
Can bang you, as we've seen him win fights with just that left hand to the ribs. Good combination. A lot of speed there to Margarito had to absorb.
Margarito's the type of fighter who can take a lot of punches, but you don't want Miguel Cotto get the type of confidence at the beginning of the fight.
And Margarito walked straight into what Cotto hit him with. And now he's following Cotto. Cotto is going to try to set traps on him, knowing that the crowd is lunging, urging Margarito on, and may make him even more anxious than he already is.
Margarito can't allow Cotto to win the jab battle, not with the 6-inch reach advantage. But the quickness of Cotto is obviously going to be something to worry about.
He's just powering through the gloves. Good right hand there as he pulls it back.
Oh yeah, take a look at the good movement here, going side to side. And Margarito trying to set up one big one.
Again, the combination from Cotto. Cotto in the past had been accused of starting slowly. Cost him that Torres fight. Now Margarito's doing what he wants to do to unload. But so far it's been Cotto's round one.
And Cotto's doing the right thing. If Cotto's moving to his left, he's setting up the body shot. What Margarito wants to do is move him to his right, so he has to pivot to connect with the left hook.
He does not want to be on the ropes, Cotto doesn't. But he has really been flashing some combinations. The double left hand over the top.
And egged on by the atmosphere in here.
There were some good body shots. Bayless warned him, but they were right on the belt line.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be below the belt, but a good start here by Miguel Cotto.
Good jab again, Cotto, double jab. Wow, he's looked good. And Margarito's going to have to, like you said, one-dimensional fighter. He's
on the back.
And he can't just step backwards. He's got to step laterally at the same time, because that's where Margarito can become a dangerous fighter. If he catches you stepping back with his punching power, he can crack.
And his reach advantage. Round 2 scheduled for 12 was a lightning fast first round. Margarito's in the black, Cotto in the silver and blue.
You try to take the crowd out of it in a sense by moving and deflating the atmosphere a little bit. If you're Cotto, trying to make Margarito miss him.
Good jab.
And this is a type of fight that Cotto wants, because Margarito, he basically nullifies his reach and height advantage by leaning forward, ducking his head down, and trying to come in. And that's something that Cotto's using to his advantage with his speed and proficiency.
Cotto's getting hit a lot, but then he's got Cotto on the ropes. Margarito flashing a little bit of a smile there. He finally got what he wanted there.
Yeah, but he ended up getting a nice uppercut by Miguel Cotto.
Right hand from Margarito. That's been his most effective punch so far.
That was a real good shot, too.
Cotto up against the ropes, and he's fighting Margarito's fight right now.
I think he got stunned earlier to the body.
This is Margarito's office right there. Step into his office, that's what you're going to get.
Even though Margarito might voluntarily give away his height and reach, he's still using it to bother Cotto, because Cotto respects it way too much.
Got caught with a nice left hook by Antonio Margarito.
This is what Margarito does, tries to impose his will on you. Now Kenny Bayless is going to have to get in there.
Miguel Cotto sitting on the rope.
Good left hand from Cotto. Good counter from Cotto there. Now he just got right on the chin of Margarito, slight uppercut. Margarito can take a punch, folks. Can't emphasize that enough.
Question is, can Cotto go at this pace
Blood
during
from
the
his
fight?
nose.
And will we see him be a counterpuncher the whole way? At some point, we expect him to come out of this and get into a different gear.
The body work of Antonio Margarito in this second round has really slowed Cotto down. He's made him tuck his hands in a little bit, and that's been a very big difference.
Right, left, right, and then a big left for Cotto.
And even though so many years ago it was, this has such a Leonard Hearns feel to it, both in style and how these guys are attacking.
Oh, there's not anything being held back. Cotto going to the body, then going back upstairs. Going to go back to more of the movement he was showing in round one. Picked off an uppercut there for Margarito.
An excellent basket defense there. He brought the forearm across.
Was Margarito. Accurate jabs from Cotto. Last round he got away from his lateral movement, and I think he paid the price. You guys probably have it 1 round each through 2. But we don't even have time to do scores. They keep throwing punches.
Well, what's going to matter here is whether Cotto gets the chance to get in and be the lead puncher, which at some point in this fight you suspect he'll try to do that. He's playing the countering role here.
Cotto, I think that's been the difference so far, especially in this round. The fact that he throws a lot of punches, but he lands most of them. Margarito's looking to land 2 or 3 and not much more. But he's powerful, and that's what he's betting on.
Cotto needs to get away from that corner. Now he's turned it around on Margarito. As long as it lasts for Margarito, stalking, taking punches, trying to impose his will upon Cotto.
Cotto's done a pretty good job thus far in the fight cutting off the ring, which is a big factor because of the fact that Cotto is moving side to side, trying to diffuse him.
Beautiful body work.
We got a clash there. Took a head right on the nose, guys, and the blood spurted out. Good left hand from Cotto. Margarito's still coming.
Cotto's doing extremely well on the move. He's moving well to his left. We talked about how important that was for him to keep moving left because it sets up his body shots.
There's a low blow. Warning coming from Kenny Bayless. I'm not surprised at all at the pace of this fight that we got one of those already, not to mention some head knocking in there.
It's what we expected. Both of these guys go to the body. You're used to the Mexican fighters being able to finish a fight that way, but Cotto's just as good, if not better.
Fight truly living up to the hype. This is not a ballet, folks. It's going to get ugly in there.
Really have established an excellent pace, and these guys have not been cheated on their punches, landing good quality shots.
Good combination of the chin inside from Cotto. And Margarito answers by just keeping coming forward. And he
to land his, but when you've got a guy like Miguel Cotto who's not particularly elusive, but he moves just enough not to get caught flush, that's going to be frustrating for Margarito as the fight progresses.
Round 4, the first 3 rounds have blazed through.
And switches into offense more quickly, he'll get more power on his counters. He's starting to get comfortable with the style that Margarito is throwing at him. He's setting traps now.
It's excellent. But good uppercut right there for Cotto. He liked that.
When Cotto gives him angles, he finally is able to land based on the jab going first, but he's not really sure what to throw because Cotto's defense is so solid.
What we had up till now is Cotto coming in, waiting on Margarito and firing. We're starting to see a few more times where Cotto fires before Margarito does after Margarito walks to him.
Uppercut again, that left hand uppercut going in one direction. And that's right back at you.
The only way he's gonna go backwards is if Cotto keeps punching him that way. He can't keep walking into the jabs because Cotto follows it up most of the time like he did there.
That's what Dave was talking about.
You know, if a guy is one-dimensional and you keep studying it and you make moves against it, you try different things, you get bolder. And Cotto is getting bolder as Margarito comes to him and misses.
Misses wildly over the top.
You know, one of those things that everyone talks about is the reach advantage and height advantage. The one advantage the shorter fighter has is those uppercuts that come from down under, and that's what Cotto's trying to use to his advantage because Margarito's leaning in towards him and he's catching him flush.
He's got it all.
And if you're going to win the fight as a counterpuncher, you have to be extremely accurate, which Cotto is, because you're getting fewer chances. These are some very big uppercuts.
Landing a lot of points over there on Cotto. I mean, on Margarito.
He's undressing him now on the inside.
Difference in terms of the effectiveness of those punches.
We're already into round 5. Seems like we just started, guys. That's what a fast-paced fight will do for you.
People definitely getting their money's worth both in the arena and here on Top Rank pay-per-view.
Well, they are setting an extraordinary pace.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays into it. But as we've mentioned many times, guys, Cotto's demeanor doesn't change before, during, or after. He just seems like he was born to do this.
And that's why he can fight this style. He can wait for a guy to come at him, let the punches whiz by, stay calm, and then land his punches. But he's setting up shop inside.
Margarito, a guy who tends to get stronger as the fight progresses. And Miguel Cotto, when he gets in deep, he's got 2 knockouts in the 11th round against Zab Judah and Ate Urkel. So he's proven that he can go in deep water and still be effective.
Margarito trying to cut off the ring, keep Cotto near the ropes. Pretty good body punch right there. Better round for Margarito this round. Well, look up the heads and then off the left hand. That hurt.
Well, Margarito is pressing.
Yep.
He's pressing Cotto in a different way so far. He's not coming straight at him. He's rushing him a little bit.
And catches Margarito coming in. Margarito has not been able to change that part of the fight at all. And it's been 5 rounds, 0 adjustments by the man from Tijuana, Mexico.
He's got to be able to land some combinations on Cotto, but he keeps getting out-quicked on the inside.
And what's starting to happen to him now is, even though he was good at cutting off the ring earlier, and forced Cotto back a different direction.
3-punch combination to the head of Margarito. Now Cotto sits down the ropes and fires the uppercut. Boy, Cotto's coming at every angle.
Cotto's dissecting Antonio Margarito, who finally lands a nice right.
And doing it as the counterpuncher, he's getting all this work done.
And missing again. Look at Cotto putting on a clinic. You can't hit me. You can't hit me.
And knowing that he is in his element, and despite anything that Antonio Margarito has thrown at him, 6 rounds in, it's been a dominant performance by the Puerto Rican.
And that's the supreme confidence of Cotto coming in. You know, tough and relentless is one thing, but you add all the skills that Cotto has to counter that with his own tough and relentless nature, you got a whole passel of troubles to deal with, like he just served up to Margarito right there.
Countering is the way for him to go at this point in the fight, and he is staying true to it, trying to pile up round after round. not getting ahead of himself, waiting for Margarito to get near him. He can make the move. He doesn't make the move first.
Cotto's naturally strong hand. That's been an effective weapon for him throughout his career.
And Cotto's basically doing all of this with his left hand because he keeps that right elbow tucked to the body, making sure that a kidney shot doesn't get in there.
Margarito did land a pretty good punch. There's the counter and the speed. Wow. Miguel Cotto, a fighter in his prime.
Antonio Margarito not taking his foot off the gas. He's in there, and you've got to give him a lot of credit.
He's digging down. Yeah, he's digging down, trying to get some. That was a right hand over the top.
You know, there are points for being aggressive. If this is close in terms of punches, he'll get the round, being that he pressed the pace. But if he gets shown up, then ring generalship goes to Cotto. And that's ring generalship right there.
Margarito thrown 4 straight uppercuts.
Oh, nice exchange.
Nice exchange. Oh, good left hand from Cotto on Margarito. Margarito's trying to make a statement in this round.
And you talk about a guy whose skin is made for boxing, it's Antonio Margarito, because any other guy, his face would be puffy by now, the type of punishment that he has taken from Miguel Cotto in 6 rounds.
Into the round.
To Miguel Cotto.
Guys, how do you have it through 6?
We've got a 2-point edge for Cotto.
58-56 here as well. The 2nd and 6th rounds for Antonio Margarito.
It worked well, but if Margarito makes the adjustment and starts coming in at angles, then Cotto must also change.
Margarito's really serious here. He just landed a good right hand. He's trying to turn this thing around to his direction.
Oh, he's been serious all along. It's just that he's faced an opponent who just wants to have none of it.
Oh, he just got countered hard.
That was some right hand by Margarito.
Yep.
Needs to follow it up. If he's going to pressure and stand there, he needs to throw punches. A target for Miguel Cotto.
Oh, he is doing good work with the uppercuts. Even though
Cotto's in trouble. Cotto's in trouble. Those 3 uppercuts did some damage on Cotto, guys.
Yes, they did.
He's bent over, and now he's not moving as spryly as he did earlier. Big 7th round for Antonio Margarito.
Miguel Cotto's going to have to suck it up and find a way to survive it in here. He got caught on the inside, and Margarito's doing what he does. Just looking in. One thing I can say about Cotto, there's a whole minute left. I had the sense coming into the 7th round, Margarito was going to let it hang out. Absolutely, because he waited and he got caught. Cotto, survival mode, blood streaming out of his nose. The Warrior boring in on him. 30 seconds, an eternity left for Cotto in this round.
A huge time, but he's coming back with punches. He's not just moving, and Margarito needs to seize the moment if he is to take the title away from Miguel Cotto.
Good combination upstairs to Cotto. What a round 7. 10 seconds left. One of the best rounds we've ever seen in boxing, and Cotto needs to survive here.
For Antonio Margarito, the 7th, finally, he gets himself into the fight, and now we'll see if he keeps getting stronger.
Finally, Margarito unloaded those uppercuts, turned the complexion, the right hand right there from Cotto. Better movement here.
Well, Margarito threw an extraordinary amount of punches in that last round, 130. He landed 48. He outlanded Cotto 48-23. Now we'll see his staying power coming over after a round in which he did let it all hang out.
Nice uppercut there by Margarito. In fact, that now Miguel Cotto is more static, and he doesn't have that same footwork to get away from Margarito.
It's a lot more effort for Cotto to get away and settle into a different area.
What a great battle. Mexico, Puerto Rico never disappoints.
Do believe, Dave, that Cotto has come back from the damage that was on him. Showing good movement, looks clear, legs look good.
We could be settling ourselves down for a 4-round sprint to the wire.
Big difference now. His right arm is up near his chin because it was a left hook to the jaw that hurt him. So he's got his right hand up there, and now Margarito can work over the top. Nice uppercut.
To see a guy coming at you every second for 8 rounds.
Relentless.
You figure that at some point in there will be a break. If you're Cotto, you think at some point you can get the offense back, but he has been in reaction mode all night.
He just got hit with a right-handed Cotto. He got hit with a left, too. This is Margarito's office. Then he just took a left from Cotto. Think about Margarito, he never flinches.
Keeps on walking to you, and that psychologically gives Margarito a great edge.
Cotto sits down on the second rope.
Miguel Cotto dropping his hands for the first time in the fight.
He has been drilled with Margarito right on top of him.
Margarito, good combination for Cotto.
But then Margarito punctuates with another right. I mean, it's never over for Margarito.
Wow.
Walk away, and there would be no comeback from Margarito. Now Margarito's dangerous every step of the way as we come into the 9th round.
The deal is, you can't really tell with Margarito if he's getting hurt.
Now, the difference as we head down the stretch is, can Cotto find a second win? He must, if he's going to try and counter Margarito, he needs to make a statement soon that it's back to the business of before.
And the difference now in Cotto's movement is now he's moving to escape Margarito. Before he was moving to set him up coming in. When Margarito's coming in, he's coming in with guns a-blazing. Before he was coming in, set up and letting Cotto take the initiative.
I tell you what, guys, I think that one of the key points so far, Dave, was one you made about the aggressive nature and how the judges look at it. Because Margarito hasn't been slowed one bit from what he's going to do.
Beautiful body work by Margarito here.
Makes him look to be like the stylistic winner, and he'll get the rounds.
Cotto having trouble breathing, obviously, with all the blood in his nose and spitting blood from his mouth.
The body shots don't help either.
Hey, there's been some starch taken out of Cotto's sails for sure. Crowd chanting Margarito.
Another headbutt there by Cotto, and Margarito not in the least bit bothered.
If you blinked, you missed something. Cotto back to the defensive style. None of those punches from Margarito really landed.
Margarito no digging to the body. Beautiful shot there to the ribs. And Cotto's mouth completely open. And every time he gets a chance, he spits blood out of his mouth. What heart both guys have really shown. Margarito, the initial part of the fight, taking the shots, walking in, and now Cotto with his back to the ropes.
He's taking a lot and still coming back and showing why he came in undefeated.
There's his left hand over the top.
And now we know why nobody wanted a piece of Margarito fight. But that's exactly what Margarito wants. When Cotto was moving and catching him coming in, that was the fight that really went in favor of the Puerto Rican champion.
Nice jab there from Cotto starting the 10th round. Of course, we don't know who that guy was against Williams, but that doesn't matter right now.
It sure doesn't. The guy who's in there against Cotto is giving him all he can handle.
And for Cotto, this is something where he'll have to come up with some other plan.
He's going to have to.
Because going back to the ropes, continually backing up, and he's not doing it now.
A little bit of swelling of the left eye by Margarito, but like we were saying, he's got the skin that's perfect for a boxer. And it's been a problem for Cotto, breathing and a lot of blood. I mean, he's if he manages to win this fight,
And I think it was Gomez or Benitez just went at it with everything, and that's what these two are doing.
That's good work there from Cotto. Back to what we were seeing earlier there, Dave.
And he has to catch him between tracks as he did there.
Left hand.
Beautiful shot to the body by Margarito. 2 shots to the jaw, doesn't even move to
Cotto.
tornado.
He's come back in this round, though, landing the more effective punches and doing what he has to do, favor in the later rounds.
Oh,
nice combination there.
Margarito looks a little more fresh than Cotto, but Cotto has caught a second win here in the 10th round.
Well, this is when you put top fighters do.
Oh, he just got tagged there with the right hand. And if you're going to be, especially if you're going to be a great or legendary fighter, this is where you find out.
He's hurt once again.
Yes, he's hurt badly right here. Try to stay awake.
Oh, the uppercut by Margarito nailed him too.
Cotto's wobbly. A lot of blood from his mouth. Margarito wearing him down. Wow.
Call that one a split, so keep that in mind.
Well, I'll tell you what. Cotto may not have enough time left, guys.
Yeah.
The clock was his best ally at the end of the 10th round.
He may not have enough time left. With 2 rounds left, we're going to the 11th right now.
If Margarito is smart, he lands a left hook to the body because Cotto's protecting the head, and then he brings that right hand down, and he can finish him with a left hook up top.
Cotto trying to counter.
Never a round off.
No.
Cotto's right eye underneath the eye.
Good combination to the head for Cotto. Hadn't seen that in a while, but here comes Margarito like, so what?
Cotto still had to rely on Margarito to make an opening for him to drill him.
You mentioned, Dave, it's time for the great ones to dig down. If Cotto's going to keep that undefeated record intact and become a legend, this is the moment.
And every time he tries to dig down, and he is trying, Margarito steps it up a level.
And when he puts his butt on the second rope, that's when Margarito tees off.
Cotto in defensive position. Blood all over the gloves. Down goes Cotto. Down goes Cotto from just the wear and tear of the constant pressure. Blood streaming from his face.
Incredible action here at the MGM Grand. Antonio Margarito close to making his dream come true. Cotto's done.
Wobbly. Cotto is wobbly. Can Margarito finish it? Yes, Cotto's going down. Cotto, just his only thing keeping him up now is his heart.
And Kenny Bayless could have called that a knockdown because he was basically saying, I'm done, I'm done.
There, he may do it now.
He may do it now. Cotto's in big trouble. They're going to wave it off. His uncle had seen enough.
The winner by TKO victory, now a 3-time welterweight champion of the world, the Tijuana Tornado, Antonio Margarito.
Welcome guys, thanks for joining me again in this update. I hope you're all well. So the WBA championship fight between Antonio Margarito and Miguel Cotto on July 26, 2008 at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas was highly controversial, primarily due to allegations of illegal hand wraps used by Margarito. With that being said, and playing devil's advocate, I still have a critique for Cotto. I think he was moving a bit too much during the fight. If this were an amateur bout, then it would be okay, but at 12 rounds, no. Cotto wasn't aggressive enough to capitalize on the fact that he found it extremely easy to hit the slower Margarito. He was always moving the long way around by moving to the left and slightly out of range of Margarito's right hand. Also, he was fighting in a counterpuncher style, but in the same repetitive manner. So counter and then exit a great deal out of range, all on repeat. I think posturing that he was going to stand his ground at times and box with some feints or either catching and shooting would have been a good option to vary the pattern of what he was doing. In addition to this, Cotto was frequently moving to his left, as I said before. I think it would have been beneficial for him to move to the right in more of the exchanges, which would neutralize Margarito's backhand. And whenever Margarito would use his jab, Cotto could use an overhand right or step or slip to the right and use a counter backhand and left hook combo. But this is all based on the assumption that Margarito was not cheating by using plaster in his wraps and there was an even playing field. However, in the scenario where Margarito is using plaster in his wraps, which I'm leaning towards, all of these critiques go out of the window because Cotto is fighting with a big disadvantage and against a cheater. Now guys, if you ask me whether or not I believe there was something in Margarito's wraps when he actually fought Cotto in this particular fight, I have to say yes, because in his next fight against Mosley, before the fight, it was revealed that there was plaster of Paris in his wraps. Of course, his wraps were rewrapped and then he fought Mosley with the correct legal wraps, but it was exposed and he was later suspended for this attempted violation. So it's unfortunate that the same rigorous scrutiny that was present in the Margarito Mosley fight wasn't present in this one. This certainly changed Miguel Cotto, no doubt, as a boxer and also as a person. And guys, let's be honest, which boxer doesn't know what goes in their hand wraps? Like always, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Anyway guys, that's all for now. I really hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Please remember to smash the like button if you have enjoyed watching this particular update. Remember to leave a comment in the comment section if you want to add anything about Miguel Cotto and Antonio Margarito. So until my next one, peace out.